it's Imelda here from Three Scrappy Sisters.
Hello.
That's Isabella. She's here with me while I do my voiceover. We're going to go through this with you together. So this is my second scrapbook layout process video. It's our third as Three Scrappy Sisters, our third process video for a layout. So here you just saw me prep my page with some gesso. I used some Liquitex Basics gesso, and I'm just going through the colors and mists that I would like to use on my layout. It's going to be a layout about my grandfather who passed away about 4 years ago, so we really miss him a lot. So I wanted a lot of focus to be on him. Okay, so here I'm just starting to use mixed media. This is my first mixed media adventure. I'm using some watercolors. I didn't want to buy any expensive watercolors before I decided if I wanted to continue with it or not. So you'll see here I am using some blue, sprayed it with some water and mixing it around to see if I like it or if I figure out how I want it to go. Excuse my pajamas there. So I'm just adding a whole bunch of blue. I tried to add a couple different shades, but it was a little too dark for what I wanted. So here I just add some more instead. I haven't really figured out how to mix it without having it look muddy. So I add some brown because I wanted to bring in a different color, and I really hated it. Luckily, most of it rubbed away pretty okay. So now you see me add some more stuff. I was really not liking the way it was working out. But nonetheless, I save it in the end, and I do figure out a way to use it because I didn't want to waste it. So there you just saw me use some mist.
Clary stuff.
It is Lindy's Stamp Gang Starburst color. And I'm also going to be using some Mr. Huey's Color Mist in Heirloom Blue. So I'm just drying it up here. As I mentioned in my last video, I don't have a lot of white cardstock, so I just use white paper that is blank on one side, and I don't really like the pattern on the other side, so I just make use of that. So I'm drying it all up, cleaning my stuff here, and I'm trying the packaging technique that I see a lot of people using, so I wanted to experiment a little bit with that. I think it's pretty cool, but I think maybe I'll do a little bit less next time. Let me know what you think anyways, in the end.
In the comments.
Yeah, in the comments. Just leave a comment there. Yeah. So once it's dry, you'll see me skip forward. I cut this out of my silhouette. I'll have to write it in the description what it's called. I can't remember. It's a floral. And I cut it out of a cardstock. It's a patterned cardstock. Again, I don't like the pattern, so I use the other side, which was white. And I lay it over my mixed media, which I love a whole lot better. I think it just looks much better than leaving it plain. So here's my grandfather.
Named Papa G.
Yeah, so we call him Papa G. That is actually that's going to be my title for the layout. It's Papi Grande. So that's just what we called him. So I'm just going to fuss about with some of the embellishments. Here are some Heidi Swap. I think they're Project Life cards. I bought them earlier this week. There was 40% off at Michael's for all Heidi Swap products, so I picked that up. I'm going to stick a doily behind it and work with that. So the cluster that you can barely see at the bottom and to the left of the photo, there are some pieces from My Mind's Eye Indie Chic Nutmeg Accessory Pack, as well as the little yellow bicycle burlap hearts that you see me playing with there. I don't end up using the burlap heart. I wanted to use it, but I didn't want to hide it. I wanted it to be able to see that it was still a heart, and I just couldn't figure out a way to use that. On that little banner to the left of the photo, I stuck on a little vellum envelope, and it is from EK Success, Rebecca Sower Designs, and it is called Nostalgiques. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Nostalgiques.
Yeah. So I used some of that, and so here I was trying to figure out what I wanted to back my layout on. So you saw me try a couple of different brown tone papers, but I decided on this black and white striped paper. So I'm just gonna cut the inside of it. I always do this when I frame my layouts with paper. I cringe when I see people not doing this, and I just feel like it's wasting a lot of good paper. So I need to save some of it that you're not going to be able to see and save it for the next layout.
Because it's probably going to be on the back.
Because it is on the back and you won't be able to see that it's missing. So that's good. Okay, so here I'm just matting my photo and making sure it's all stuck down nice and good. Oh, yes, on the bottom cluster there, I used also Little Yellow Bicycle Burlap Circle. It's the Burlap Shapes pack. And I used a corrugated cardboard heart. I don't know what that brand is. I think it was just Michael's brand. I also stuck down, they're kind of like little bedazzled brad hearts. I stuck one down in the photo cluster. I also have a little canvas label from Michael's in that photo cluster as well. That blue Y that you can see down there, I do get rid of it eventually. But for a little while I was seeing if I can cover it up somehow, but I don't end up figuring that out. I pulled off the embellishment cluster that was to the left of the photo. I wanted to bring the focus more to the center of the page. I ended up ripping that page, so I had to keep the photo a little bit to the left. But I think I like the way it works out in the end. Okay, so now I am just trying to add another embellishment cluster. I do like the way that washi tape looked up there at the top left corner, but at that time I wasn't really sold on it, so I moved it. That gold washi I moved off to the side. I will end up using it. I just need to figure out where to put it. So I'm just going through some stickers and stuff to see if I like anything. So I didn't use any of that. This here is from L Studio. It's the You and Me Tidbits, and I did take out one little circle. It's the black heart. Sorry, the white heart backed on black. And I really like that pop of black there, that contrast. This here, I don't use any of it. Just put it all away. I pulled it out because I thought I wanted it to have the antique feeling, but I didn't use any of it. It was the, let me see what it is, the Glitz Whatnots pack. And like I said, I didn't use it. That little label that I stuck behind the heart was the sticker pack from Echo Park. It's the Oh Snap collection. I don't leave it up there, but I will keep it on the page. So now I'm just going through a couple more embellishments, some rub-ons, some tags, and seeing what fits. I really like those Studio Calico bows that I am trying to place now. I've had them for a while. I've used quite a few of them, but the ones that are left, I haven't been able to match the color correctly, so I haven't had a chance to use those. Okay, so now I've moved the heart and the label as well as that little tag to the right side, and I am going to stick it there along with the washi tape, the gold striped washi tape that I had before. So it skipped ahead a little bit. You can see that I added some twine to that tag. I also added, you can barely see it, but there's some brown paper just behind the white cardstock or white paper. So here I'm trying to figure out how I can get rid of that Y, so I just cut it. And I wanted to do some machine stitching, but that didn't work out, so I'm just showing you there. It left some holes. The thread kept ripping, so I quit that. So I'm going to try and figure out how to cover that, and I do that with some washi. So I'm just going to stick this back on with some glue, and I'm happy with that. I added some more of those metallic hearts, the studs. They're from Michael's, and they're pretty cheap, but I really like them. They came in black, gold, and white in the same package. There was also some triangles that I got at the same time, but are not on this layout. So now I'm going to add some splatters. I used some Color Shine in gold, and this one here is Color Shine in bronzer. Okay, so that's basically the layout. I'm just going to move on to the journaling. There's no, before journaling, I forgot. There's some enamel dots in white that I'm going to add here and there, and then I will move on to the journaling. The journaling is not actually on the layout. It is hidden journaling that you see only a little bit peeking out of the top. I did it in the form of a letter to my grandfather. Like I said, he passed away about 4 years ago, so there is just some things that I wanted to say to him that I didn't get the chance to, things that I want to remind him about, just to say to him now that he's gone. So I'm using my typewriter here. It's not the Typecast. I actually bought this online for $20, which was quite a steal, and I really love. So there's my letter typed out. I messed up a little bit, and I felt that the spacing was too close together, so I started over and I did it double spaced. So after I trim this, I'm just going to add it to the back of my layout for some hidden journaling. You only see the little top part of the start of my letter peeking out. So here's the layout, and we hope you really enjoyed this video. So we hope to see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye!